Hello, my one is family. Again, I really want to share my personal ascension experience. And yeah, that's really beauty. This amazing in my life since I'm a child, since I'm born. It's a kind of a blessing already within me. Now I totally understanding. After I send it, I know that's the divine planning. That's the beauty of the God love. That's the benevolence of the God love. But like normal street people before, I'm really in that kind of emotion. It's really not feel. Mostly, I feel is like that kind of emotion is you are in the cage, you're in a box, you're in a hell. Yeah, so I have very strong these feelings about my 3D parts. And that moments I really feel I'm never can enjoy that kind of human life. Even in China, it's already have some change. I mean, for the social revolution or for this economic change, then things like to drive people to open to the world in that period when I was grow up, and in around 1988. Yeah, it starts at 1979. So, and I think this is a long way to for this journey for our each one person. So for me, it's also very clearly that's the long journey. Before, I really don't know what time that kind of suffering can stop. I really don't know. But in some parts of me, in the knowing my heart, I feel connected for sure. That's why in my childhood, I'm always very positive. I'm very optimistic. I'm this kind of person always. No matter how much we are experience the suffering, the karmic relation, the entanglements, and this is my cat. Okay, I want to invite Krishna. Come, 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 come. Nah. I want to invite my cats here. Yes, he is lovely, lovely being. My family. Like, it's my family. Nah. Show out, please. Show out. Yeah, this is Krishna. Krishna beauty. Krishna baby. Oh, he's 6 months already. Yeah, he's a boy. And he is very friendly. Very lovely. He is no human being. He very friendly. He never fear about the strangers. He never. He just go close. Yeah, but he also loved. He won't. He sometimes very curious. Just want to go around. But ultimately, he won't lost. This is why I call this the family of the animal. Animal is our family for sure. And since I'm very young, since I'm a child, I know this. And yeah, I can say animal make me happy, make me laughing, make me happy. Always, I enjoy this earthly life, and mostly because the plants, the nature, the animals, the beauty of the Mother Earth, the benevolence of this ecosystem. And yeah, of course, before is you can see it in the nature, but in the human world, in society, and yeah, even now still people didn't see it, the new system. But as an ascended master here, I'm always hold on this blueprint for the humanity here, and we are entering 5 dimension. So as the way shower, as the pioneer, as the leader of this new earth, so for sure we are, as group, our star seeds, the star families together with heaven team, with the Mother Earth, we are with nature, we are available now to manifesting our new system for the humanity, for the 5 dimension. So before I share with my personal experience, I want to say some very important message, information here about this month, December 2018. It's amazing energy coming in, and that's really will lifting the awakening one who are ready to go to 5 dimension now, and especially our star seeds, especially the first wave. I call the first wave is born in 1940s to 1979. If you are long term and on the journey weakening, then this time is for you to ascension. So for sure this month is very helpful, especially the day, winter solstice day. It's a portal day. It's the opening all these heaven gates to our sending, willing to sending people, and also and for the awakening people also, 3D awakening people also is helpful, because the very strong density energy just purging and cleansing your karma relations and your 3D parts, your shadow parts, your some kind of negative, this kind of outside this relations. But that's part of you, that's your shadow, that's your own. That's why we call awakening people, knowing your outside is inside. Okay, so yeah, that's why we are always doing inner work, just to know we are no longer to separate from outside world. We just knowing and keep this this one is vision, and that's how we can ascension, how we can go to 5 dimension. And of course in 5 dimension, as I said before, we are unification, we are unity, we are union. We are not separate with each other. We are just one family, one globally. So this is the higher conscious and higher vibration frequency. So for sure, I'm born for this mission. Now I totally understand, and I know this is a long time ago. Now we know it's the divine arrangement. It's the Mother Earth invite us come down to the earth, incarnation here as a avatar, the physical form. So I share my personal experience as a star seed, as a way shower, as a pioneer. And since I'm born, I'm already have the records. I already have the records. Is in China, that moments is that moments have no the computer, no such things. So and So yeah, of course I'm an indigo children. So I born. I actually is the that moment I'm the top one baby, heavy baby, in China. Yeah, in China. And how heavy? My weight is um, 0.25 kilometer. Not kilometer, kilo. 6.25 kilo. Yeah, it's natural born process. My mother suffering in this way, and fortunately, I born in a traditional um, mm, traditional doctor family. So my grandfather is very famous in use the herbal healing. That's the tradition healing in China, and with long time history, culture. That's the heritage. So I born in this kind of family, and I hold on this wisdom also. So since I'm when I was grow up, I really never go to hospital. I really don't like eat any medicine. Even my father mother sometimes force me, but I cannot accept. I just knowing how to use the herbal to healing my body, healing. Yeah, even now I use the herbal healing the animal, as same, as well as same. So that's the remarkable. I born as a huge baby, a giant baby, but when I was born out, I just been the normal, it's been the normal way. So and the most heavy things looks like disappear, but actually it's not disappear. So and now we know that's the content, that's the multi-dimension information within me, within my DNA. So that's why I'm in that. I can see in that moment, since I'm born, I'm connected exactly. I'm being guided in a secret way, but I don't know. I really don't know. Why? Because in my 5 years old, I'm being attacked by this darkness demon on the astral level. They threw the movie horrible movie. Then I can see them in my dream, and the demon comes to my bed like that. So I'm experience that terrible, attack, and then I screaming in night. Then my mother took me to traditional this kind of monk, or we say the priest, and he used some mantra, maybe close my third eyes already. I think so. So when I was young, when I was baby, 3 years old, 2 years old, I can see something, and I dislike humans. That's true, because I feeling as 3D humans have the bias, have their kind of distortion in their energy field, or this kind of soul level. I can see, or not soul level, just means their ego level. Yeah, their mental, energy field, their emotion. So when I was born, I feared, a little bit feared about human, because I don't know what's wrong with them, and I don't know how to connect with them. I don't know how to, I don't know. I just see something really wrong, and not purity, not perfect in some way. Yeah, of course. Now we know in 3D there's really no perfect. But when I was born, I just require some perfect in my character. So yeah, that's because I hold on this high this kind of divine blueprint, this kind of perfection memorization in my subconscious, you know. So that's why when I was born, I just show to my family I dislike humans. I feared to contact with them, but I more like the animals and the natures. I really enjoy. And the baby is also nice. The human babies, no problem. I just leading them go to the forest and to, as a leader. That moment already is in my very young childhood. Already is in the kindergarten. I'm the leader. I'm the justice. It's really true. In my communities, the living community also, I'm the leader since I'm very young. In my primary school, I'm the leader, and so all is the leader in my road until and so that moment I start my kind of shining my lights through that way. And that's the blueprint, that's the divine planning, that's the mission we come in. We must shining our lights. And very interesting is I'm born in the city. Is the horrible city. It's like Chicago in US, like that. So I born in the city in China. It's the most the top one, always top one records for violence. Yeah, they have gun, they have darkness forces there. So it's like a very, very horrible. They kill people on the streets. They use all kinds of violence attack to the people. That period in China is around 1980, around. Yeah, that's it's the top one. So I born in that city. I grew up in that city. So then, in my experience is. I'm being attacked also by that way. I'm not attacked by the socially this kind of dark forces, but in the school also people being influenced. The students, the young generation, the boys, the guys, they are learn from the social this kind of groups of dark forces. So they also. When they are studying the school, they also use that kind of violence and trying to, scare people and trying to show their power with violence, blood violence, something like that, fighting, each other. So when I was studying in a primary school, I'm already its leader. I'm the broadcaster. I write down the order. Like now, I still do this. I already send message, post to my group every day. I must do that, and like that. So in that, when I was in primary school, I'm already is. Broadcaster, I'm already use microphone to teaching, not to share with my classmates, my school classmates, sharing with information with the all kinds of this kind of sharing. I need to sharing, and so. Very activity, right? So in my school, primary school, I'm a very since that moment I'm very activity socially, and very hot in the moments also. That's my nature for sure. That's my indigo parts starts functioning. Now I understand total, and very brave. I'm very brave. So I have many classmates jealous me, and yeah, since I'm young, I'm the kids. My younger sister also jealous me. So even my parents, yeah, my parents, my father also jealous me because when I was young, I just knowing many kind of wisdom raising me, and also I teaching my parents, but they cannot accept. For sure, in China, in all the time, they cannot accept in all the energy. They think about I'm crazy. I'm a wild cards. They cannot understanding me. So, and many things like that in my young childhood, and also I hold on my integrity, justice standards, and I pointed out, yes, I pointed out in the duality energy. I pointed out, yeah, of course, I hold on my judgment that moments because that's the old energy. We must do that for sure. That's for fulfill our mission in the duality. You must make choice for yourself, for the others. You must, as I be sure, since I'm very young, I just can be the standards. I just knowing what is right, what is wrong, what is can do, what cannot do. Yeah, and also I'm very brave. I cannot see the other people, the other students or other families, relatives who are suffering or in the unfair states. I must stand up, point it out. I just say you're wrong. The things is not like this. You must correct yourself or whatever. I just point it out. So of course you can imagine in China this kind of society. This is all this traditional reptilian tradition society for sure. You can imagine thousand years, 5,000 years. This kind of tradition just reptilian. Yeah, it's true, and so this tradition is make people be slaves, enslavement, total. They can keep silence. They cannot say the truth to the outside world because they are fear. It's really fear, too much fear in generation to generation, and that kind of control by government, by the empire, by the hierarchy of the society with power and money, control system, whatever. So still, most people cannot say truth, cannot doing the right choice, cannot. Yeah, they cannot. And still now, I see the situation now. It's like this. Even in my family circle, it's also. But I can say, whatever, we are just doing our parts for save the world, for save the people who are awakening, who are willing, who are ready for this ascension. Yeah. So on the process, I still deliver another message.